Hi there, welcome back. And if you're in the mood for chili, some cheese, maybe some garlic bread, that's what we're making today. Yum-y garlic bread sloppy joes. It's really good. This is going to be a lot of fun and a quick meal. So let's get our stuff out. So of course, first off, we're going to need a pound of ground beef. Thawed out of my freezer, of course. Some garlic bread. Nothing fancy, just the garlic bread with butter on it. Or just make your own garlic bread. I just didn't this time. Onions, green pepper, some Worcestershire sauce, a couple tablespoons of minced garlic, salt and pepper, and a little bit of cayenne. This is all going to come together just fantastic. We also needed some ketchup, and eventually I threw in some tomato paste just to help it along. Let's get a little chopping done now. We pull our cutting board out, grab our knives, and we are going to do our onion. Peel her up. I think we might use the whole thing. Not really sure. We'll chop it up and see how much we get, but that looks about right. For what I want for the chili, into the bowl she goes. Looks like a lot too. That's close to a cup and a half maybe? It's that much. Next up, there's our pepper. Chopped up. That doesn't look like a whole lot compared to the onion. And we'll put that aside till we need it. Here's our frying pan, a little bit of butter in the bottom. I love melting down butter like that. That's so much fun. Anyway, we're going to throw our onions in. Just like that. Saute them down. Or at least sweat them down at least. I guess they don't have to get brown. But you want them somewhat cooked, starting to turn brown. And in goes our ground beef, and we're just going to mix the both together. Looking good so far. Nice and brown. Let's put a little bit of spice in there. Here comes our salt and pepper, of course, to taste. You can put in as much or as little as you want. Call's yours. It all depends on what you like. In goes about half a teaspoon-ish of cayenne pepper. That's probably closer to a teaspoon. I could have used that, which would have made life a lot easier. Just chuck that into your ground beef, problem solved, but I didn't. I want to do it homemade. Since I cheated on the garlic bread and just bought it at the store. So this is looking pretty good so far. And I guess if you wanted, you could have thrown a little chili powder. I figured the cayenne was plenty. Now, it's off the stove and into a strainer. Why? Because for some reason, lean ground beef has a lot of stuff to drain. But it depends on where you get it. I mean, I've had some lean ground beef where you don't need to do any. This one you did, so we got rid of it. I drained it into a pie tin because I don't want it going down my sink. So here's our ground beef and the green peppers and a couple of the onions that we didn't throw in. And we're going to start mixing our other stuff. So we need some ketchup. I ran out of ketchup. I didn't have another bottle. I thought I had enough. I only had about maybe a half at best, so we'll make it work. Mix all that around. Mix, 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 mix. Smelling good. That's the main thing. And to that, a dash of Worcestershire. How much is a dash? Shake the bottle once. Don't go nuts. Now this is at the point, since I didn't have all that ketchup, I happen to have some tomato paste already opened. So we put in good 2 tablespoons. Mix it around. Still not looking super ready, but I think this is looking pretty good. In goes our garlic. And yes, I did cheat on that too. That's the jar in the fridge rather than the fresh stuff. I got to test this to see. Not bad. We threw in another tablespoon of tomato paste. That should get us pretty close. We're going to deal with our garlic bread right now because we're getting close. So I've got the bread out of the wrapper. I've got to carefully pull it apart. I'm more concerned about ripping it because they do slice it, but they don't slice it like completely. And now the fun part is balancing it so that when I put the chili on, it doesn't all fall off because it's not going to sit flat. Of course not. Why would it? I think that works. We can work with this. So into the oven, the bread's going to go 375. Well, for a couple minutes anyway. See, I only want to do it half. So about 5 minutes just to kind of start it toasting up. Because if you don't, the middle gets all, I don't know, it just never melts right. So it's always good to at least start. Our chili mix, ever so carefully, we're going to plop it on top. Even though I did make a little miss here and there, not bad. Not bad at all. I've done much worse. So we just put everything on. We've got 2 nice hunks of garlic bread ready for cheese. Because I think we need cheese. This is just my usual stuff out of the fridge. My 4 cheese Mexican mix. I love it. We're just carefully going to put it on each slice of garlic bread. Because how are you going to have garlic bread without cheese? I mean, if you don't like cheese or you're lactose intolerant, I guess you can't, but I do. I love it. So into the oven this is going to go now. 375. And because you've already had it baking, it's only going to go in for about 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Out of the oven, there you go. Cheese is all melty. And you know, that helps keep the chili on the bread, which I never really thought of, but it did. It's cooled down enough now I can handle it. We're going to slice a hunk or two because I'm hungry. Looking good. Let's get a plate out. There you go. Yeah, I think I want one more. Oh yeah, okay. 2 pieces of garlic bread sloppy joes. And now it's time to dig in. Doesn't that look good? Full of cheese, sloppy joe mix, and garlic bread. Great combo, great snack. I think you're going to like this. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this in any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.